Today, I'm going to show you why team building is one of the most generous acts of leadership you will ever do. Hello, my name is Moleda Dailey, and today we're going to talk about how to build your team and why it is important and the best part, I feel, of a direct sales business. Can I share something with you that might change the entire way you look at team building? Most people hesitate to build a team, not because they don't want to lead, but because they don't want to bother anyone. But what if team building isn't bothering anyone? Maybe it's actually blessing someone. So let's talk about that today. Let's talk about how team building isn't just good for your business, it's good for their life and it's good for your growth. So grab your coffee, relax, and let's have a real conversation, person to person, leader to leader. But before we talk about team building, I want to ask you something. What if the thing you're most afraid to offer is the exact thing another person may be praying for? So many of us hold back because we don't want to bother someone or we don't want to seem pushy or make someone uncomfortable. But what if sharing your business opportunity isn't pressure at all? What if it's simply permission? Permission for them to dream again, permission to earn again, permission to feel confident again. Today, I'm going to show you why team building is one of the most generous acts of leadership you will ever do, not for just them, but for you. So, why do we hesitate to team build? You know, when I coach and work with different people in direct sales, one of the first things they tell me is I'm scared to ask people to join. I don't want to come across pushy. I get it. Okay. We've all seen those awkward recruiting messages. We've all felt that knot in our stomach before opening a conversation. But here's what I want to gently remind you. Your fear doesn't come from a selfishness. It comes from caring. You care about how you show up. You care about how people feel. You care about integrity, relationships. That's why this conversation is important. Because when you start seeing team building as an act of service, everything shifts. Team building is a gift that you have to offer to people. And so let's talk about that person. That person you might invite. They're not thinking about the comp plan. They're not thinking about the starter kit. You know what they're thinking about? I wish I had something that was mine. I wish I felt confident again. I wish I could contribute financially to my family more. I wish I had adult conversations. I wish I had a reason to get dressed today. Team building isn't about just offering a business opportunity. Sometimes it's offering a lifeline. You're giving them confidence. That's something powerful that a person wants to know about. She wants to earn their own money. They want to be able to contribute with their side hustle. They want to make decisions. They want to connect with other people and they want to feel proud about themselves again. Many people haven't felt that way in years. When you invite her in, you're saying, I see something in you. I believe you're capable of more than you realize. Do you know how healing that is? You're giving her a financial breathing room. Listen, times are tough. Groceries, gas, childcare, everything is expensive. Some people join not because they want to, but because they have to. Maybe they need just an extra $300 a month to cover a bill. Maybe they need an extra 50 just to keep the lights on. Maybe they want to buy Christmas without putting it on a credit card. Your invitation could change their entire financial situation. You're giving them community. So many people feel so alone today. Their kids grow up, their friend groups kind of shift, marriage feels like a routine, life just kind of gets quiet. When you invite them to your team, you're giving them support. You're giving them friends. You're giving them laughter, accountability, a reason to show up, a place to belong. People don't just join for money, they join for connection. You're giving them a purpose. Maybe she feels stuck. Maybe they feel invisible. Maybe they've forgotten who they are. Direct sales gives people a space where they can grow, stretch, rediscover themselves, and dream again. Team building is not about selling them a kit. It's about giving them the next chapter that they can be excited about. So now let's talk about you. A lot of people feel guilty talking about how team building benefits them. But I want you to hear this with love. It's okay for something that blesses both people. That's how healthy relationships work. Let's talk about how team building strengthens you. Team building grows your leadership. Every new team member teaches you something. With some, it'll be patience. Some, how to communicate better. Boundaries, maybe coaching skills, how to have confidence in their voice, how to see the potential in others. These are life skills, not just business skills. And here's the truth. Leadership is often the thing people didn't know they were capable of until someone joined their team. Team building stabilizes your business. Imagine waking up and knowing you're not alone in your business. You're not alone building your business. You're not relying solely on your sales. You're not restarting from zero each month. Instead, you're part of a growing, thriving network of people who all want success. That's not just income, that's stability, longevity, and freedom. Team building expands your impact. Let me tell you something powerful. You can sell product to someone, and that's great. But when you invite them onto your team, you can change their future. Every win that they have, every skill that they learn, every moment that they stand taller happens because you were brave enough to open your mouth. You might be the person who helps them break generational patterns. You might be the person that gives them hope again. That's impact. That's true impact. That's the legacy. Team building is deeply rewarding. Ask any direct sales leader, what's your favorite part of your business? Very few will say my commissions or my sales totals or my trips. Do you know what they'll say? Seeing other people win because I believed in them. There is nothing more fulfilling than watching someone blossom. So, what do we do to create that shift in our mindset? Well, I want to give you a new way to think about team building. Instead of thinking, what if she thinks I'm pushy? What if she says no? What if I'm bothering her? Shift it to, what if this is exactly what she's been praying for? What if I'm the one who opens the door? What if her yes changes everything? What if my situation becomes part of her healing? Because listen, if you hesitate, she loses the chance to choose. Don't decide for them. Give them the opportunity and let them decide. All right. Now, how do you invite with a heart and not with pressure? You don't recruit, you invite. There's a difference. Here's how you invite with your heart. Lead with a compliment, like, hey, I've noticed how friendly and natural you are with people. Share why you thought of her. You have a presence, you're relatable, women trust you. Paint the possibility. I think you could do really well with this. And I'd love to mentor you and have you join my team and we can explore it together. Make sure you release the pressure. Let her know, no pressure at all. Even if it's not for you, I just wanted you to know I see potential in you. You know what that is? That's love. That's leadership. That's integrity. Okay, so let's wrap this up together. Team building is not selfish. It's not pushy. It's not manipulative. It's generous. It's empowering. It's transformational. It's good for them. It's good for you. It's good for the entire community of people who are watching and learning. So the next time you hesitate, I want you to remember this. Your invitation could be the turning point in their story. Be brave enough to offer it. Be generous enough to share it. Be confident enough to lead her. Because one day, they're going to look back and say, thank you for seeing something in me when I didn't see it in myself. Now, before you click away, I want to invite you to do one simple thing. Think of one person who deserves confidence, community, income, and purpose, and send them a caring, genuine invitation. No pressure, just possibility. That one message could change her life, and it could change yours. If this has helped you out at all, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more training in your direct sales business. And remember, you've got this. I'll see you next time. Bye.